Good afternoon. My name is Chris, and I'm an IoT and AI developer here at Caretaker. I'm responsible for bringing our energy management platform into IBM Cloud and enriching it with IBM Watson AI and machine learning services. In this short video, I want to tell you about Caretaker and how you can use it to enhance your projects. With Caretaker, it is easy to manage energy usage within your organization, helping you find problems with efficiency and potentially save thousands of dollars in energy costs. So let's take a look at how this works. Within any organization, there are numerous devices consuming energy, the most popular being computers. With Caretaker, you can track the energy usage of devices and find inefficiencies via easy-to-use dashboards. You can also make informed choices by applying and testing different energy usage policies. Well, this applies to when the computer goes to standby, when it goes to hibernate or turns off. You can also automatically analyze the information in IBM Cloud. Currently, you can make use of IBM Watson as a personal energy management assistant. Now let's take a closer look to find out how you can start using Caretaker within just a few minutes. To get started, there are 3 quick steps you can follow. The first one is signing up to Caretaker and installing client software on your computers. Secondly, copy your access token so you can authorize requests to the Caretaker API within Watson IoT. And thirdly, it will be up to you to take the Caretaker app and the API and make the best of it in your applications. Caretaker. So first, what we want to do is sign up. I'm going to follow this link into the IBM developer recipe, and you can find the Caretaker login. I'm going to provide a link for this later. Basically, what you do, you go to mycaretaker.net. You can see the link. And if we go in here, the sign-up procedure is quite simple. Just click register a new account, fill in your account name, your email, telephone, your address, as well as your domain that you're going to use. Here you can see my example. And then a couple of details for your administrator account, including password. As soon as you hit this complete registration button, let me show you where it's going to lead up to. So this is my personal account that I use for this demo. Should be able, there, just small mistake. Boom, there we go. So you can see I have joined my computer into my organization, so I can see how much power I'm consuming. But really, the main parts that we want to see here is firstly, we want to add new computers. And if you want to add a new computer, you go into the section here. Here you can see all the computers currently available. We can edit all kinds of settings, including what kind of energy policy this computer is going to follow, what energy rate applies if you're running in different cities and different offices, for example, as well as you can schedule times when the computer wakes up or shuts down. Let's say if you want the computers to be active only during work hours, then you can set that up here. Now, if you want to add a new computer, simply click here, and you can add it manually like this, or you can also, give me a second, there you go. So here within the account section, you can also download a client program, which is going to show up here in your as a Caretaker manager. And within these settings, then the program can track the energy usage as well as different variables about your computer, when it's being turned on or turned off, what kind of power consumption level, what kind of power consumption mode it's on. Let's say here we can see I can turn it to battery saver, better battery, or battery performance. And all of these settings are going to be tracked, so you can then analyze what's going on within your organization. Another important part here is the access under account. You have the access tokens, and this is really the most important thing. If you want to use the Caretaker API, this is your token key you can then use to authorize and access Caretaker from within your downstream applications. All right, now moving on to the second step, we want to access the Caretaker API. Now, once again, we can follow the link here a bit to join Caretaker. Within this, you find the IBM Developer Works recipe, And within the second step, you can see the Caretaker API documentation. Now this, I think, is the best place to start from because this has all the information about how the API works, as well as how the authentication works, what kind of features are available. And here you will also find this quick example with this test API key with the API token. And here you can see, for example, so what this does. Here we have the main URL. Here we have the extension, the API v1, and then within user, we can get all the usernames of this associated to this particular token key. The question mark stands for entering get variables, and the variable we're entering is the token. And the token is the one that we showed in the previous step. Here you can see, for example, the name Ranford within the domain, this and that. And these are all the users associated to this token. Now, within here, so this is a very simple example. Here you have, let's say you can get the usernames, you can get computer names, and for all of them, there are specific variables you need. Let's say for energy rate, we also need only the token. Let's give that one a quick try. So I'm going to copy this extension, go into here. We want to change this extension to this one. So again, it's the API version 1. Now we're going to the section energy, and we want to get the energy rate. We pop that in. Here you can see we found the energy rate. In this case, that's going to be cost per kilowatt hour is 0.16, and I believe that's dollars, but it really depends on what you set up in your My Caretaker platform. A thing to note here that I didn't mention, so this obviously is using a JSON format, so that should be convenient for all you guys working with Node-RED as well as with Watson IoT platform itself. So this should be pretty clear. Let's move on to a little bit more interesting examples. One of those being, let me just scroll down. So these are all examples of different kinds of features you can get. Let's say getting energy suppliers and so forth. So in this one, in part 3, we have more the aggregate data, and this is quite interesting. So here you can get the totals for all the categories that Caretaker is tracking. Let's once more want to change this extension. Excuse me. You can change this extension now to be API v1 usage and totals. And here, if we pop this in, boom, we get the all the totals aggregate statistics being active carbon emissions, active energy cost, active energy usage in kilowatt hours, and so forth, and so on and so forth. Also total active minutes. So these are all cool statistics to be following within your organization, and you can track them weekly, monthly, and so forth. You will gain insights as well as add that bit more functionality to your downstream application. So you can use it to whatever features you want to. I'm just showing you what's possible. Now here you can also see you have an API endpoint for getting let's say top 10 computers, top 5 computers by how much power they use or how much cost they're generating or how much cost they're saving. All of these could be useful for different kind of purposes within your applications. Another really cool part that I mentioned in the second slide is the chatbot. So currently we're using a chatbot. Here's documentation for the chatbot. Currently we're using the chatbot as kind of an intermediary, which makes the whole process much easier. And the chatbot has some basic features like describing what it can do, saying hello, goodbye, helping with different kinds of tasks, as well as giving info about Caretaker, about the API and documentation, and so forth. But really, there's some of the cooler parts. Let's actually try this in practice. So with the chatbot, we're going to use the same extension, the same system for extensions. So here it's API v1 bot talk. Boom. And then for the variables, actually, if we look careful in the documentation, we need a variable for user, so a unique identifier for you as a user, as well the text you put in. And the token is actually not going to be provided as a get variable, but it's going to be asked by the bot itself. So here, let's go through how that goes. So here we have the base URL, we have the extension to talk to the bot. Now we're going to put in a user. Let's say we have the 999 before. Let's put 49s. Really, I would advise using something longer, something more unique, but for testing purposes, this is just fine. We want to say hello. Now, there we go. Boom. We put that in, and the bot responds. It recognized an intent hello, and in the output text, it responded, "Hi there, what can I do for you?" And again, this is in JSON format. It's going to be much more easy to work with within Node-RED or Watson IoT. This is just a simple example within the browser, so we can see what's going on. There we go. So that's a simple query like hello. But what if we ask, what is our company's carbon footprint? So let's run this query. Boom. When Watson is actually responding, it's not giving us much detail. It's just saying, to answer this query, I need your user token. At this point, what I'm going to do, I have the token saved here. So this is the same token we use in the here in the example requests. Excuse me. Go to the top. So this is a token you can use just if you want to test the system and so forth. So now we're going to put this token in for the chatbot, and the chatbot responding, "Thank you. Your user is now linked to this token." So within your application, again, it's super easy to run this. And now once more, we're going to ask, what is our company's carbon footprint? So now we're running this query. Boom, and it's responding the total of active carbon emissions in kilograms across all computers is 3173.32 kilograms, right? So this is pretty easy natural language way to take advantage of the same functions. And in the same way, we can say, show me the top 10 computers by active minutes, for example. And the bot should process this. There we go. Attached, you can see a list of top 10 computers in descending order by by active minutes. And here you can see it's also providing details for off minutes and non-active minutes and so forth. But really, the main takeaway from this is that the bot is an easy way to take advantage of the same API endpoints, but in a much more nuanced way. And of course, as we go on, we're going to make it that much more advanced, and we're going to add machine learning models which can help you, let's say, track problems and find problems where you wouldn't see them normally. Let's say if your computers are left on during the weekend or things of that nature, then the chatbot was going to be kind of the gateway, which is going to bring that machine learning insights to you in an understandable way, or to guys in your office and so forth. So that's a very quick kind of rundown for how to access Caretaker and how to start working with those GET requests. Now here we are with step 3, and this is this is about using Caretaker, and really this is where your kind of creativity and ideas shine. So we have provided a couple examples of what can be built, like real-time dashboards, as well as the virtual assistant and so forth. What I wanted to do, I wanted to show you a quick example, kind of the ideas that we're playing around with, and perhaps that's helpful for you to understand how you can take it to the next level in your own use cases. So here I'm going to access the dashboard. Here there's a bot that we can actually speak with. Currently it's not voice to voice. Say hi, and the bot should be responding.
Hi there, what can I do for you?
So the bot's asking, what can it do for us? Well, let's say I'm a guy from outside, and I want to find out, so what is your company's carbon footprint? Let's say we put this on the company website.
The total of active carbon emission sink across all computers is 3,173.32.
There we go. So this is the kind of response you might like clients to have within the email or within your website. Of course, you can also ask different kind of questions, how many minutes your computers have been active, or things of that nature. It really depends on where you want to put these features, but this is kind of what I wanted to show you what is possible. And here you can also see the full API response, which maybe is not so useful at this point, but it's just to show you what the bot is capable of, and so you can see what you could build. And from here, really, I leave it to you in how you wanna go on with this project, because Caretaker has a lot to offer in terms of saving energy costs, as well as finding out issues within your organization and finding ways to be more efficient overall. If you're interested to learn more, please follow the link bit.do/join caretaker. That will lead you to the IBM Developer Works recipe. There you can find more about all the things that I talked about, how to sign up, how to connect your computers to Caretaker, how to then get your access token, how to use that access token to get your first API requests going, and from there you can already build more advanced and more awesome features. If you have any questions, then reach out to us. You can find the appropriate email in the Developer Works recipe. So again, following this link. And I wish you good luck and happy coding.